All right, guys. So I think just we just had this news that Joe Gomez has injured himself in again a useless international friendly, which was completely needless to say. Liverpool face Leicester City next, and on 21st, it's just a couple of weeks away, and we just got to know that Joe Gomez has been injured. It's almost 12 o'clock, and I was on my way to sleep. We just got a ping regarding the Gomez injury, and I just couldn't stop myself. I just thought, you know what, let's just have a candid moment over here, and just see that and just show basically how frustrated we as Liverpool fans are at the moment, and not just Liverpool fans, actually as football fans in general, because these useless international friendlies are happening during a pandemic. I just don't see how someone can justify playing football away from home, which includes travel, meeting different players, and let's face it, football is a physical contact game. So there's a lot of chances. Ajax players already have 11 of their players who have tested positive. So for me, it doesn't make any sense to have these sort of games, and it's very shameless of the authorities to have started the international friendlies during this at this time, to be really honest, because let's face it, you do not have tickets being sold, you do not have fans coming in and storming the stadium, you do not have any kind of sales going on. The only thing you can rely on is TV money and viewership. So it's basically the sponsorship money that you can earn, and obviously the pay-per-view has not worked and they have scrapped it out, uh, without even apologizing, without even sharing a message to the fans that we made a big mistake, and this is, let's help us, or just help us make it better for you by giving your own opinions. But obviously these people are shameless at the FA, so you know I have no idea what qualification they have to be running this huge sport. But at the end of the day, god knows what's happening in there, because it's not just about the um it's not just about the pandemic, which again is not a small thing. It's not about the pandemic. It's not, sorry, I'm sorry, it's I'm just so mad right now. What I mean to say was, the pandemic is not just a small thing, obviously, but it's not just about the pandemic. We literally have 2 to 3 gaps between the fixtures. There's absolutely no communication between any league or the FA, the Europa, the FA, the Carabao, the Premier League, the international friendlies. It's just haywire right now, and everyone is. I have no idea. I have no goddamn idea what the hell these people are doing, what the hell these people are up to. You know, these people really should not be, making a fool out of themselves and the players and the fans. It's just unacceptable. You just cannot, you know, the worst part is that these people are going to get away with this. That's the worst part, actually. The worst part is not about Gomez getting injured or any other player. I just received a message from my friend that let's talk about PSG's injury list. You literally have what, 9, 12 players from PSG who are injured at the moment. You have 4 to 5 players from Liverpool who are injured. Matip just recovered from his injury and just plays the last game. That's about it. We are still waiting for a lot of players to come up. We have what, 2 or 3 days a gap between the games that we play, and then we have this international friendlies without a preseason, without a proper preseason or a preseason break. Are you kidding me? We literally had two international sorry, two preseason friendlies, and we were expected to come back full season in top form. So that's not how it works. The players are humans, the fans are humans, they have emotions, and there's also about the mental state of the players, the physical state as well, if that matters to FA, of course. This is absolutely ridiculous to have international friendlies, especially again, like I said, during a pandemic. I'll repeat myself, during a pandemic. It's not a bloody joke. It's not a bloody joke. How can these people get away with this? How can the fans of such a huge sport have no say at all? How can we as fans have no say at all against these morons who are literally running the show with so much of power and so much of bloodlust that these guys have? There's absolutely no shame. You cannot you cannot take millions of fans for granted. You cannot take players' health, their lives, their mentality or their mental health for granted. You just cannot do that. It's not about just Joe Gomez injury, and I'm not overreacting over here. I'm just trying to state a fact that which Jurgen Klopp has been stating out for last 2 3 years, ever since he has made it to the Premier League, because things are absolutely ridiculous in the Premier League, and now it's all over. We have been talking about the useless internationals. Please tell me one game which makes sense to you. On 12th of November, we literally have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 friendly games today, 12 international friendlies. I'm not going to watch those games. I have absolutely zero interest in watching those games. I do not care about those games. No, not because my country is not in it, but then again, I have got better things to do. I devote my time for the Premier League. I devote my time for other leagues which I like, or which other random games that I would want to watch. This is just an international friendly. It's not a World Cup. It's not a Euro. It's not a quarterfinal or a semi-final of any tournament. Why would I go and watch an international friendly and waste my time on it? Screw your ads, screw your money, screw every single thing that you are about, FA. This is not about you. This is about the players. This is not about uh, TV rights. It's not about sponsorships. It's just about the players and the fans, and you're coming right in the middle of them. You do not deserve us. You do not deserve these players. You do not deserve the dedication that these players put in. They want to play for the country. Of course, they want to play for the country. But at the same time, you cannot just risk, and you cannot just, you know, play with their fitness and their health. You just can't do that. A global pandemic. Jesus, I have no idea how many times I've repeated myself over this video about a pandemic, international friendlies that require travel, meeting people, meeting other players from other countries, with different environment, different cases, different health hazards. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's not how it's supposed to be. It's not how it's supposed to run a huge a sport like football. That's not how it's supposed to go. You need to be responsible. You need to have some kind of sense into you. If you have the power, you need to utilize it, not misuse it. I'm not sure how you have gone ahead without, when we already not have had any uh, preseason break. We have not had preseason friendlies. We have not had the players have not had any single rest. You have every single game coming up within what, 2 or 3 days, and this is what you come up with, some lame international stupid friendlies which has absolutely zero impact. You see, it's not it's not about you, FA. It's not about you. It's about the players, it's about the fans. That's what is football is about. You guys are here today, you will not be there tomorrow. There are a lot of people who will come and replace you. I sincerely hope they do a far better job than you're doing at the moment. But this is not about you. There are only two people There are only two categories basically who's gonna stick. That's the players and the fans. That's it. You, it has nothing to do with you. You are there, you're not there, it doesn't matter. You do not get the TV rights, it's okay, we'll go to the stadiums and we'll watch the game. If you take out the stadium from us, it doesn't matter, wherever the players play, we'll be following them. So it has nothing to do with you. You are an absolutely no one. This is not right. This is not how football needs to go ahead. This is not done. Jurgen Klopp cannot be the only manager, or of course there are a couple of managers who have backed him as well. But these handful of managers cannot be the only one who can talk sense or who are fighting for the right of the players and the fans. He has been talking about the miscommunication between all the leagues, including the FA, and he's been doing it for the past 2 3 years. How has no one picked up on it yet? How has no one? How have teams who have been injured, like I just said, PSG have like around 12 injuries. That's absolutely insane. Icardi, Verratti, Draxler, Neymar, Mbappe, Pablo, uh, Kerrer, Keane is also, Florenzi is also injured. Wow, wow. You know, this is absolutely ridiculous, and it's not just about Liverpool. It's not about just the Gomez injury. And just think from a clearer mind. You're talking about players traveling, meeting different players from different communities and different countries, where the infection rates are different, and you're these guys are having international friendly games with those players, sweating it out on the pitch. Obviously there's going to be physical contact, and it's not, and all due respect to every single player from every single country, but this is not something safe, because at the end of the day you're still going to be in a hotel. You're not going to be sleeping in your dressing room. You're still going to be in a hotel. You'll still be taking flights. You'll coming back, the arrivals, departure. Someone's going to be handling your luggage. There are so many possibilities where things can go wrong for anyone. We already have three players from Liverpool who have tested COVID positive, and thankfully who have recovered as well. But it doesn't mean that you take it for granted. You take players' health for granted. That's not what we signed up for as fans, and we will stand behind our players. I don't think I can emphasize enough when I say we will be standing behind our players more, and there will be no one who will be backing FA on this. Not the managers, not the players, not the fans. It's something you need to you need to introspect within yourself how important is what for you, because look, I may be just a random channel with what, 50 followers, I guess, right now, 50 52 followers right now. But I'm for sure, I'm not going to let this go. I'm not going to let this go. I'm gonna be backing my manager, Jurgen Klopp, for as long as I can in this matter. And these corrupt officials who do not see any kind of sense, who cannot even make an effort to have a meeting and decide. The only meeting I think they had, and the only kind of discussion they had in their meetings is, oh, when we can start off with football again. Let's at least just keep the TV revenue coming in, right? I'm pretty sure that's a discussion that these morons had. Absolutely senseless. Absolutely senseless. So yeah, I'm frustrated. Um, just literally woke myself off sleep. But yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm just blabbering anything and everything that comes into my head. Maybe I am, but then again, I'm making far more sense than, again, the authorities. So this is just it's just me being speaking out, and it's just me being blunt right now. and I do not see anything wrong with that. If there's anything wrong, then you know what's wrong, what's going on outside. If it's Joe Gomez today, it's going to be someone else tomorrow, and these people won't stop. We need to bring them to a pause. We as fans need to stop them. We need to stop the authorities. We need to tell them that, you know what, hell with your international friendlies, hell with your absolute nonsense. You can have international friendlies if it's a random season. Of course, will be still complaining about, because we're concerned about our players. We want them to, win titles. We want to play more and more for our teams, the teams whom we back. Obviously, we will be still against international random friendlies. We don't want international games. We want the games. But then again, we're talking about international games being held during a pandemic, during a time when you do not have enough break during uh, the league games and the cup games. It's absolutely absurd. It doesn't make any sense at all. That's my whole point. That's the whole point of this, what, 16 odd minutes of video. That's it. They're like, I just had 3 points to make, and I just made, I just elaborated those 3 points in the whole video. It's us against them, as for sure. That's for sure. There's absolutely no responsibility. They are not going to take a responsibility. They did not apologize for the PPV. They did not apologize for any other screw up that they have done till now. They haven't canceled the international friendlies, irrespective of if Ajax players got if Ajax got 11 of their players injured. They have not apologized for that. That, we'll be still continuing for the continuing with the international games, irrespective of if Ajax have 11 players in COVID or not. UEFA is going ahead with it. UEFA cannot reschedule because of the again the hectic schedule. UEFA cannot do that. We're literally stuck. The the only thing they could have done is maybe shorten the league, or you know maybe start the league at a later stage, or cut down on the games or something like that, or maybe just get rid of one of the useless competitions, the Carabao or the FA. Just get rid of one of those competitions and you're golden. It's all sorted. You can distribute the fixtures. You do not the so I'm not talking about the fixtures being tough. I'm talking about the fixtures being tough for what, November or December. They are tough throughout. You check out the fixtures of all the teams in the league. They're absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. The injuries will keep on happening, and we are not even 10 games into this season right now, and we have so many injuries already. Guys, we need to wake up, and we need to see where this is going right now before it gets worse for any of the teams. The way things are going, it's not about who will win the Premier League or the Spanish league, but it's more about how. Will we even have 11 of our first team players available by the end of the season? Are you willing to take that chance? Are you willing to take that risk? Because FA surely can. They don't care about it. For them, it's an opportunity. For them, everything is an opportunity. A pandemic for them means more TV, more TV revenue, more advertising rights. This is not, this is not football. This is not any sport. No, it's not just limited to football. I'm pretty sure if had been any other sport, if I was following another sport, I would have said the same. So, guys, we as a fan base, we need to stand up. I don't know, tweet, write them a letter, make our voices heard, get a petition, whatever it takes. We have made petitions for really stupid reasons. I don't see it as a laughable option anymore. The fans need to make their voices heard, and that is what it's gonna take, because managers have said their whatever they wanted to say. The players have made comments on it. There has been no reaction. It's all about, oh yeah, we'll just have a look into it, or they have just completely ignored it. So it's all up to us fans. We can do that. If we can talk about boycotting the next World Cup because it's in Qatar, and the way it was shortlisted, it's obviously it's still debatable that how the way the World Cup was scheduled. But if we can have a discussion on that, we can have a discussion on Newcastle's ownership. Then why not this? Why not this? Newcastle ownership doesn't affect the players, their health, their physicality. Qatar World Cup doesn't affect them. This does, and I think this is more important. So let's come in together as fans from irrespective of which club you follow, irrespective of what country you're from. Let's come together as fans and show these people who really is boss. And it's not them, it's us. Yeah. I'll see you then. I'll see you tomorrow. Today, later night. It's 12:15 now. So I'll see you soon. Um, with another video, less emotional, more to the point, and I sincerely hope to be more constructive because I've just had enough, to be honest. I just had enough with these guys. All right, guys. See you then. Thank you so much for tuning in. For and just leave your opinions in the comment section, please. I'll really love to hear it from you if you have any solutions as well. Thank you. Take care.